get my real name.
Oh, we got it all.
My real one first, because that brings them in. You give them the real one first, go, woo.
Oh, okay. I'll take you up the whole Herbito. Okay.
You get scared for a second.
All right.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the first episode, the pilot episode of the HERBsurdity Podcast. HERBsurdity. That's what we're going with. We still trying to find our voice, trying to figure out exactly where we want to be, what we're going to do. All I know is I wanted to be successful, and I want to spread the love. First, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Edberto Vasquez El Segundo. They call me Herb. Big Birdo, if you know me from Petersburg back in the day. But right now, we go by Herb right now. That's what we doing. To my left is my co-host. Go ahead and introduce yourself, brother.
Hey, man, my name is Alex. Just Alex. No Alexander. No Alexis, motherfuckers. Just Alex.
I like that. Now, this is our guest for the day. I want to have an opportunity to first say that I want to try to bring as many guests on the show as possible. I want to get people out there to the rest of the world, people that are doing something important, doing something successfully, able to accomplish some things. So might learn something, might get a little advice. Just have a good time and enjoy yourself. That's what really matters. Go ahead and introduce yourself for me, sir.
Mooch Dawgg. Hey, y'all. So Mooch Dawgg, hailing all the way from Sussex County, Virginia. Probably nobody know what I said, but I mean, if you down there, you know what's going on. Born and raised out the swamp. I would say the county raised me, the city pays me. Petersburg, I'm native to the land also. So Tanglewood was my first home as well. So coming up off of that, Johnson Road too. So I mean, you know, ain't nothing new around here. There's nothing new around here. I go from the E to the E, you know, from everywhere. I wouldn't say I'm well known, but people who know me, they know me.
Now, I would disagree and say this brother is well known. Now, when I go around, I've been outside the city. People know his name. Now, without getting into it, go ahead and let the folk know a little bit of your accolades, because I want to start it off rip. I heard you got a mixtape coming out soon. I want to talk about that.
Please talk about it.
Okay. I want to talk about you in DC. I want to talk about that. I want to hear about you getting invited out to Atlanta, Georgia. I want to talk about that. Okay. That's a couple things that I just personally want to hear about.
But before we do that, let's take it to the beginning. What made you want to rap?
Great question. What made me want to rap? Okay, so first I want to correct you. I'm not necessarily a rapper.
Excuse me.
Right, I'm an artist, right? And it took a long time to get that definition correct and out of the way. But what made me want to do it, it was just being young and then seeing rappers do, you know, watching BET, growing up like a little black kid, you know. Yeah. We're going to try everything. Sports, rapping, poetry, whatever. So just dipping in my culture to see where I fit. Found music. Music was also all the way around me in my whole family. So my mom sings, my dad plays bass. My brothers also make music. My brother got tapes out too. He's on SoundCloud, NTS, Nick the Secretary. I forgot what other names to go by, but definitely if you could find him. Like his music is
Say his name one more time for the people.
NTS, Nick the Secretary, on SoundCloud. If you'll find it, I'll put it up, and you know we'll get a list of it going. What else? We said he's doing it. My little brother does it. My grandfather, he was into it. Okay. It's in my veins. Like it's
a family business. What you're saying?
It's a family thing, but it's something that we didn't all get together and try to do. It was just something that we all like play with. Like if we all took it more seriously, yeah, we could probably do something. But we working on this dynasty right now, though. Okay. So yeah, right. I'm just trying to play my little part, my little position, and stack up these blocks and let my brothers build with them, build whatever they want to. I'm just want to supply the blocks.
Okay.
And now I gotta bring it up, because if I go past it, I never forgive myself for going that far past. You mentioned your grandfather.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, what kind of music did your grandfather produce?
Oh man, well, church music. Very like that soulful gospel music. He was always singing. He was always singing and playing keyboard, piano, something. Anything with keys on it, he was playing. What else? My other grandfather, he dabbled with the keys too, but he got a piano in his home. He wouldn't tell you that he played piano, but he'll put some notes together also. But my mom's dad, he was he's late now, but he could definitely hold a tune. Like all of my aunts and my mom's brothers and sisters, they all sing. They all do it. Like my cousins, they all do it. So it's just like, me and my brothers, we can get together and hold a note together, and just support each other, if we got it. Like we'll kind of hold it. But other than that, we'll like run and we'll play with it. But like now that we're like getting older, we're experimenting, like really, and we all go to the different producers, different engineers, and we come back with like a different sound every time. It's wild to hear what we all come back with, because it's like, wow, we really got something going on here. But let's stay separate real quick. Just keep evolving, keep developing your sound only. Then once you get comfortable with that, now you can become an addition, not necessarily morphing into one, because we don't want to do that. We like, a table can stand up on 4 legs. It takes that. Yeah. So for all of us to support each other, we all must be a pillar in order to hold up OTF for the family, that is, Gotcha. And that's really what the motive is, and that's the team goal.
Now, with that said, though, would y'all ever collab and bring everything y'all got to the table for a collaboration?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Those are my brothers. Me and my brother, we have this thing where it's like, I'll send him my song, and he's like, man, bro, all right, give me like a week, I'm gonna be back. I'm like, a week, bro, like I need you on the song. I'm not good enough yet. I'm not worthy. He was like, well, all right, well, I'm gonna remix it. I'm like, nah, don't remix it. It's perfect. Like, leave it alone. Don't touch it. Just put it out. Just wait. Just follow the instructions. Once they get tired of it, then we can, we can revamp it or whatever, then put it back out. But no, I don't want to do anything with that. That's all you. And it's just like, because I want to see what else he can do without my influence, or without me being influenced by him. I try to tell him, like, listen to music without an artist on it, just the instrumentals and different music, so you don't have a selective ear, like you only have one taste of something, because that's all you're going to say. And it's like, if you differentiate your tastes, you can differentiate anything else that you want, as far as the sound, the vibratos, the variations, the runs, and everything about different cultural singers, across the globe, and to listening to that, and then come on, bro, like,
no, that's fair.
We hold the rhythm of the earth, dog. Like, it's in us.
I had this thought, right? Like, just last night, right? I was in a weird zone. So,
were you drunk?
Orange Jubilee.
It was the Orange Jubilee.
Okay, yeah. You can say that.
It was the Orange Jubilee.
Weird zone.
That's when I do my best.
If anybody doesn't know what Orange Jubilee is,
it's delicious.
It's a fruit flavored laxative. It make you do the hucklebuck
until you spin around and drop with it. No, that's factual.
That is not the zone that I ever want to be in my entire life. But okay, Herb.
Hey, man.
No, these don't. Go ahead with your.
Until you roll that roller coaster, bro, you ain't gonna live life right.
I'm afraid of heights, sir.
Hey, man, that's the height you want to take. I'm trying to tell you right now.
Right.
It'll make you fly. Red Bull give you wings. Mad Dog will drop you down.
Yes, God.
So I was entered into my 2020 hole full of Orange Jubilee, and then it occurred to me. I was thinking about. I listen to punk rock. I listen to hip hop more than anything else. Those are the two genres of music I listen to the most. And I was thinking about Bad Brains specifically, and then I started thinking about the incorporation of reggae music and punk music. But more specifically, not just reggae, but ska wave 2. Wave 3 is what most people are familiar with here in America, but ska wave 2 is something that started all the way out in the Caribbean. Ska wave 1 is essentially just another version of reggae. Mm-hmm. So, and how the progression of what we had built from the start came to a counterculture. And then I thought about how punk rock and hip hop were both countercultures. And I thought about the way it is for Black Americans and where music starts. Here for us in America is literally, it's gospel. It's the first music we had that belongs specifically to Black Americans. In
What
the
about
time,
jazz though?
That's after. So when I'm talking about slavery, right? I'm talking about
No, break it down.
fresh from the Ivory Coast. You know what I'm saying? Fresh from West Africa. You come here in the slave trade, and then that first generation born on American soil, they start to lose their old culture more and more. The slavers don't want you to have it. So all you have left is the Christianity that they forced upon us, and they ripped out parts of the Bible because they only wanted us to read the parts where we said we had to be subservient. If you think about, they tell you all the time, those Negro spirituals, while you're working, spreading messages to one another. The famous preacher Nat Turner. All of that produced a gospel. There's a specific type of singing that we use to code ourselves that is derivative of tribal music from West Africa. And a little bit of North Africa. Not so much East Africa, because they didn't really get conquered and enslaved like everybody else. Ethiopia, shout out. Love my auntie. Now, so gospel is original Black music. That's what we had first. It was that. Jazz comes later, in Harlem Renaissance. That's cool. That's when Black people actually started owning businesses. When you got a free Black man. When you got just a Black man in general, it's gospel. Now, hip hop obviously comes far later. But I like that no matter how much we progress, we're still in that point in time in our lives where that culture doesn't actually leave. So your grandfather does gospel. He's there. He's on the church keys, right? You come in with a whole new sound. But regardless, you grew up with that same inspiration from your grandfather and his gospel music. It's not the same music, but without his, yours would not exist.
Not at all.
And I had that thought when I was deep in that Orange Jubilee bottle, and I realized then how important hip hop is to the American people, specifically the Black American people, but American people in general. Now, I got more on that later and why the white man is necessary, but it's not important right now. That's for another Jubilee, I think.
Oh man.
Okay. Now
I don't want to be here for that one.
now, who growing up, right? We all around the same age, give or take. Who were your influences? All like across the spectrum, not even just hip hop, but just musically.
Okay, so we talking about like from me making my own music,
Just
or
growing
like,
up, like
okay,
whatever
okay.
influences you have.
All right. So, and I'm glad this is the first interview, so I get to say this on the first one. I'm gonna have to say this a lot on the rest of them. I don't know any of the main singers or artists from the 70s, but I promise you, I listened to all of that. Almost like that was like on Saturdays, like every time, like you got up and clean to that, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Yeah,
like we get up and clean to this, or you get something like that starts happening when mom is in a good mood, and it's like, nah, we ain't watching TV. We was like, okay, so we know fruit is in the house, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, cool, that's all right. Somebody's trying to lose weight right now because it's a lot of energy pumping through here, and something's gonna be clean. Bleach is gonna hit the air. Fabuloso in a pot, you know what's up. It's going down in here. You know what I'm saying? And so that was like, that's stamped. You know what I'm saying? Same thing as when we go to our cookouts. Frankie Beverly and Maze, you
Classic.
know,
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
every time, you know what I'm saying? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Boom. Yes, I'm grabbing ribs right now. Like I can, it's right there. What else? From my standpoint, I grew up on like 50 Cent, T.I.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is right there? Like I'm trying to think. Like Cassie. Like I was listening to a lot of artists from like down like Atlanta snap music and everything. Trying to find Virginia's noise in here too. With like who was it? Missy Elliott, Timberland, Pharrell,
Clips.
Right, Clips.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Grind. Ding. That was like my favorite song, right?
Exactly.
So like that made me start beating on tables, right? So I'm in like elementary school, beating on tables. That's the only beat that I can do. So simple. And I'm just like, all right, cool. This when I started rapping. So I guess you could say Pusha T. Pusha T started all this. I'll say, I guess.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Pusha T started all of this. And then me listening to Wayne, and after that, it was just over with. I just started listening to Wayne, and once I found that, I was like, oh, I'm swimming around hip-hop, and that was around the Carter 2. So it was
Like Lil
Gone.
Wayne is probably the
Gone.
greatest rapper
Gone.
of all time, without a doubt.
There's nothing you can say.
No, there's
You can
not.
make an argument.
There's not. I mean,
There's nothing.
there
I'm here
is,
'cause
but
of Wayne.
there's never a valid argument to have. I've tried to make the argument several times, but there's nothing that keeps me on the winning side. So like,
And like I mean, personally, before Kanye became mega Kanye,
Oh,
you know,
man.
yeah,
I
like,
wasn't
he was
even a
my
big-
guy. Not being, the super tough dude coming from a 2-parent household, kind of not preppy, but more nerdy, but still, Kanye was way more relatable. Way more relatable.
to a certain part of America, yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't old enough for Kanye when he came. Like when I was listening to him. A lot of people around me say they were, but I was just like, I wasn't into the jazz thing yet. It was like, yeah, we turned and we just,
And-
it was like Nuck If You Buck for real.
Oh yeah,
I'm in the country, you know what I'm saying? It was
it's a different type of vibe. Yeah,
yeah,
Kanye definitely appealed
it's-
to more of an East Coast kind of feel to him.
Right,
The
right.
dude, like a Tribe Called Quest kind of flow.
And I was trying to get that. My dad was a DJ also, so I don't know if that matters, but like music is around me. Like it pumps through my blood. I remember falling asleep in the DJ booth in parties while my dad was DJing and my mom would be bouncing. My grandma would be on the other side of it. She frying chicken. Yeah.
hold
So
on.
yeah, real talk.
Hold on, no.
Real talk. So when
No,
I say the dynasty, I mean I'm a part of this.
We're not gonna skim over your mom bouncing, and you just gonna keep going with that.
Well, what you want me to say?
She got hands like that? I need to know.
What, bro? I'm gonna tell you like this. There's my dad, my mom, there's me, and then there's 3 more boys, and that's it, right? There's my cousins, all boys. Like I think there's like 1 girl in the mix, Kiki. Shout out to Kiki. My mom's side, I think it's like 4 girls over there. The rest of them boys. So it's like she's surrounded by guys. Testosterone is right there. You know what I'm saying? And then like how she grew up, you got to be tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
Shout out to strong moms.
You know what I'm saying?
2020.
Strong
and I
black
grew up with
moms.
both parents in my
Sure.
household. I don't want to just put all that pressure on my mom and not giving no shots to my dad. My daddy was right there the whole time. But nah, that's why we strong. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm strong. So I mean, I carry my mama. If she ever fall, it's up. It's you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we got that. Like that's nothing. My brothers and we Mighty Morphin Rangers. Like you know what's going on. The pink one goes down.
Yeah.
It's Voltron time now. It became a hell of an episode, you know. So we're morphing everything together. We rearrange the furniture. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And so, but that's how strong she is. She's strong enough to carry all of us.
Okay.
You know, and has like with additions,
Right.
like putting herself through school. You know what I'm saying? And like just watching her do that, it's crazy. I just had a conversation with her, and it's crazy. I got me right here because we had some great discussions, had some great conversations, and she kind of reminded me of my purpose and like let me know that why I'm here and what I'm here for. So it's just a reassurance. You know what I'm saying? It's just confirming like everything that I'm doing right now is just I'm supposed to be doing this because everything that is like just me talking to y'all, me meeting all of y'all right now, me doing this right now. You know what I'm saying? Never I couldn't even think about this. I would never be able to tell anybody that I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
Facts.
what? And it's like, no, because I mean, I'm from Sussex County, you know what I'm saying? Little swamp boy used to punch holes in the seat. My bus driver stayed down the road from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were first ones and the last ones off the bus. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we walking down the muddy driveways with the bags on the shoes, you know what I'm saying? And the one pair of good shoes. You know what I'm saying? You got those in your church shoes.
Oh,
Don't
Don't take me back, dog.
You feel me? But like that's where I'm from. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's where I'm from. So for me to be right here and to like, you know, be a part of all of this tech world and be able to like have a voice and say whatever I want to say, but just make sure that I'm still respectful. And it's a powerful thing just in reflection. So for me to have the conversations that I did with my parents just like yesterday, matter of fact, and for me to be doing this right now is great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I came in so jittery, because my spirit is going crazy.
Hey,
It's
look,
like,
this
what's up?
is our first episode, so we right there with you. And I'm a firm believer of telling the universe what you want, and the universe will make a way when you fully commit to it.
I told you I was on the run for a guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to the sheriff that didn't get me.
Yeah, facts. 100%.
Seen him sitting in that little Mustang.
Hopefully, though, they don't kick in the door mid-show, because that would be a classic first episode, but also a short first episode.
Yo, facts. Because I'm definitely pretending like I don't know my own name real quick.
Bro, what?
Oh, you're Hispanic, girl. You got it. You just,
Oh yeah, no, bro. I'm not saying any English the
over
whole time
with.
he's here.
over with.
Let them call INS on me. Let them find out I'm a citizen later. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. We in there.
I'm snatching this shirt off because they're going to see this shirt and
Oh,
know what time
man.
it's
you
a
know
wrap
what's
for you.
going on.
It's a wrap.
don't
You
know what time it
going
is,
down
dog.
first, bro. I'm sorry.
They're going to hit
I
me
mean-
3-4 times up the head on camera.
Yeah, Alex, you
Yeah,
a little
bro.
bigger too. Man, I don't know. Yeah, they're going for it.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're gonna swear he 8'5". You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Facts.
The paper's gonna go crazy. The paper's gonna go crazy. Finally, you were really Superman on this on today.
With 12 pistols. Like, I don't even know how he had them all, but he had 12 on
Exactly.
him. That's what he gonna say.
2 bags of coke strapped to his ankles.
Right.
I don't know what.
Molly water. What is going on?
Oh,
Wait a minute.
God.
But
I don't want to.
now I gotta mention this too. Is it? You said T.I.
Oh man, what? Yeah.
I gotta know your stance on T.I., Gucci Mane, trap music. Who owns the title? Who's the creator of trap music?
Gucci.
How you feel about that?
Gucci. Ain't no question. You don't feel no type of way about it. I'm telling you. Because history, the marking. It's just like when NWA made gangster rap. The same thing happened with Gucci Mane and trap.
Now, we talking about old school hip hop. Now, hold on. NWA did not make gangster rap. NWA popularized gangster rap.
They commercialized it. Yeah, I would say. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, they commercialized it.
And that is why I would say who made it popular. I would say Gucci Mane. I would say Gucci Mane made it popular.
But it was bouncy, man. Like what? Just
the phrase trap music though is literally T.I.'s.
That's. I feel like when they argue with each other, they having two separate arguments, and they both right, and they can't stop to listen to the other one explain. The T.I. saying, "I came up with the term," and what Gucci Mane should say afterward, "Fine, I made it popular." That's what he should say. But what he says instead was, "No, I did." But that's not the right answer.
But
It's
I
not the
thought
right
you
answer.
You dealing with trap niggas, man? What you gonna do? You can't. Come on now.
But I
like
thought
it's
you
cool.
were curveball too.
I feel okay. So and I say if because I really don't. I don't want to give Tip all of that power, and I'm not even. This is just an opinion. I don't want
his
to.
vocabulary do enough.
I know, and I don't want to give Tip any more power. You know what I'm saying? He's getting out of control with this.
Right.
So I love what he's doing though. I love what he's doing for Atlanta. I love it. Keep it going. I would say he can, if he made the term, you know what I'm saying, just made it a part of the lingo, the word trap. Okay, that's one thing. So you created some slang there. That's fine. Gucci Mane is also in Atlanta right now, so slang does. It slangs, you know what I'm saying?
Trap's
Like
been around for way longer than T.I.
Precisely.
The album
Yeah.
now, to be fair.
precisely.
But we didn't know about that shit in Virginia until T.I. said that shit.
Right. Up here, they were more like bandos,
Sure.
abandoned houses. And it was not really abandoned.
Just dope spots. You know what I mean?
They didn't even have to be dope spots. This Virginia we're talking about.
I'm sure.
So it's just everywhere.
Yeah,
Sure,
it's
sure.
just literally whoever.
But
whoever
honestly,
got
My
the next
curveball
step.
is though, where does Jeezy rank in that hierarchy?
Jesus, man.
Ross too. Don't forget Ross.
No. You going?
I'm not
putting
Ross.
The correction officer Ross.
Ross got hits though.
He got hits.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he's not an artist. What I'm saying is, I don't want to put him on the Mount Rushmore trap.
I mean, look, if that's the case though, they say T.I. snitched, and I don't think he snitched at all.
The only thing he snitched on that I know for a fact is when Floyd gave him them hands. Now, he had to tell everybody. You know what I'm saying? He could have spiced it up and said, "Bro, I just beat up Floyd's hands with my face." He could have told him that. He could have said we had a reading competition. My man got salty later. He could have said that, but it's not what he said.
How would you feel though if somebody you couldn't beat was touching on your wife? You gotta say
you get a new wife. It ain't yours no more. It's not yours anymore.
That's a different discussion. So stay on topic. Stay on topic. That's a side road. That's a side road. That's a whole nother conversation.
We talking about music. Yeah,
but Jeezy specifically. All right. Yes. Now where I come from, listening to T.I. saying, all right, T.I. gave it the title. Gucci gave it the popularity, right? Mm-hmm. To me, Jeezy gave it the grit. I think without Jeezy there, Gucci cannot have maintained his popularity. I think Jeezy allowed Gucci to have a rival.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
He gave him an enemy, right?
Well, remember, they actually started out on teams.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
If you want to,
it was supposed to be
so icy.
It was supposed to be a team effort. It was supposed to be a group effort, but greed got involved.
But
because you're dealing with real hood people.
Yeah.
Jeezy came in with $1 million.
Yeah, exactly.
Street. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Out the, you know what I'm saying? Out the game like that. Jeezy walked in the main like that. Now Gucci, hungry.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Had a belly, was still hungry. Yeah. Bob Simpson.
You feel me?
Never gonna forget.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Gucci hungry. Like him, I just bought a Hummer. I need something else. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me?
One automobile.
You know what I'm saying? I just bought a Hummer.
Automobile. I needed nothing.
Like I need something else right now. And you bring in Jeezy. What? Yeah, you icy. But he was trying to let us do his own thing, but there was, you know what I'm saying, words being exchanged. I don't know what was going on. I mind my business, but just in my opinion, how the story go, Jeezy went. Well, he didn't win. He sent.
Yeah, he sent. Yeah,
and the ones that got sent didn't all the way come back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for that one, Gucci kept walking, you know?
Yeah.
And for me, there's no argument here. Tip did the same thing, and I, kind of, sort of. He tried to. I ain't gonna lie, looked like he tried to. But I said, Gucci, hold it down, because everybody, we know about that one.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not gonna argue with you too much on it.
The world know about that. We know that it's so much, Jeezy won't comment on it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even a topic anymore. Like,
it's not good for his brand.
No,
not at all. He done changed. He a changed man now.
That right. He had to. And where's Gucci?
I mean, he's still out here producing music. I'm not really trying to hear it, but
no. It's not that. But you got to think about it from a CEO aspect. Now, he was hungry. He's already eating and got food in the refrigerator. He don't need to.
Oh, that's facts.
You know what I'm saying? He's good. He's fine now.
Yeah. This man thinking about midnight snacks at this point.
Like we were counting Gucci albums, and he got over 50.
Way more than that.
I know.
Way more than that.
I know.
That mixtape run in 2000.
Not the mixtapes. I'm saying albums.
Oh, okay.
Now,
you know what I'm saying? Do you know how many songs that is?
I gotta say this about Gucci Mane, because it's the only artist that I know for a fact this applies to. Right? Gucci Mane has this innate ability to be able to collaborate with whoever, whenever, wherever. And most people say they find some talent, they try to steal from him. Mm-hmm. Right, and we ain't gonna say no names because Alex don't want me to reference the person I'm talking about, this particular type of vulture. So
I hope
I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not trying to get. Hey,
yeah, he said it. I didn't say it.
I'm not saying that's who I'm talking about.
That's definitely
confirmed.
Alluding to subbing.
That's one of them anyway.
So you got some artists that'll see something they like out of a smaller artist, snatch it, make it their own, act like the small artist never existed. Then you got other artists that say, you know what, I like your work. Let's sign under me, give me, you know, a percentage of whatever you making. I'm gonna ride your wave. Now, there's artists that I love that do that. Like, I know better, right? It's one thing Soulja Boy always talked about. He says, you know, he says he signed such and such before they got big or whatever. He tried to boost them up, and then they get their own, and then they go on, right? Like almost like a father figure.
Did
right?
you just quote Soulja Boy?
I did, because Soulja Boy. Now, this is not the same type. I'm talking about a third type, right? Soulja Boy literally says he finds artists that are doing something, helps them get a leg up, right, and then sends them on their way to go do something bigger and better. And I respect that. Soulja Boy is actually responsible for a lot of the music we have today, and it's not up for debate. He has a place in the lexicon of what is important in hip hop, whether we like to talk about it or not. I give him his credit. Credit is due. But he is one of the biggest marketing geniuses to come out of hip hop in my life.
Go ahead, Mooch. Go ahead, Mooch.
And he got a video game console. He got a video game console. He got a video console game. He got a Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy. Tell him.
I guess Soulja Boy Appreciation Hour.
Let me tell you something. Bro, we used to crank that thing on the bus. You remember the bus had radios on them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like the newer buses with the real big windows and the deep seats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We used to crank that thing on the bus, man. Like, he changed all of this. He started paving the road. And when the sad part is, it's like this, right? So it was a hole, then a ladder coming out of the hole, then like a shelf.
Talk about the show.
Right? Then another ladder, then another shelf, right?
Co-signing. Go ahead.
Then there's some more of this. Soulja was like right here pulling all of these little artists up. You know what I'm saying? And they were just taking off and going. And for Soulja to be like right here, everybody left him. So when he got to the top, it's like, man, how y'all forget about me?
Easily.
Soulja, shut up. You know how many rappers we listening to right now?
Exactly.
All of the ones that I just helped up.
No,
but
Chief
nobody
Keef without Soulja Boy.
Come on,
no
man.
Drake without Soulja Boy.
Oh, there's definitely a Drake
Famous
without Soulja Boy.
Without Soulja Boy. No Rich Kid without Soulja Boy.
There wasn't no Drake. That was Quentin Miller.
Rich Kid is.
Now, the next type that we got to talk about is Gucci. Now, Gucci, I feel like, is in a category all his own. Now, if there's other people in the categories, yeah, there might be a couple. Because, like, Riff Raff is in that category for some reason. I'm not advocating Riff Raff in any capacity.
Name this category really quickly.
Okay, so the ability to see an artist, see any potential in an artist, like any potential. I'm serious, any potential, right? Because Riff Raff would literally take somebody that said Cat in Hat and that was that, and he'd be like, ooh, get on the track with me.
Yeah.
Right? But Gucci.
Yeah. And he's super creative.
Gucci would literally be, I feel like he sits in the studio somewhere, right? And he's like, all right, I'm working on my 4th mixtape this week. And then somebody will come up and they say, hey, my cousin got bars. And he'd be like, let me hear it. His guy's cousin will come up, he'll spit a cold 12, not even a whole 16, like a 12, and then Gucci would be like, let's do an album together. Like 4 times. let's do an album together. Me and you collaborate. We're gonna do an album. Let's make it happen right now, because he knows my voice, right? It's gonna get you some sort of following, right? So I'm gonna get some sort of money back from it. I ain't got to pay you nothing, just like you
got a Gucci feature.
Yeah,
that's why I ain't got to pay you nothing.
Like, right, you should be paying me, but instead, right, I'm just gonna not charge you, and then I get some proceeds off of this, right? So you want to come up, because nobody would have ever heard you otherwise. They don't even know your name
ever, but they know Gucci did a song with you.
And the next thing you know,
Gucci gonna do a song with me.
I got another album. People gonna stream it because they say Gucci got new work. I only had to do 50% of the label. I only had to come up with half the bars, half the verses, half the hooks. You did the rest. Matter of fact, Gucci might drop 1 verse a track on it in a 3-verse song, right? He's doing 1/3 of the work and getting like probably at least 50% of the pay. So, and that
sounds like an easy day at the office to me.
It is. It's a genius plan. And all he's truly doing is taking his success and saying, I'm going to bless you with my success, and then hopefully you'll make a return. It's a proper investment. I think it's a smart business plan as well. And I think Gucci Mane is one of the smartest when it comes to business that we have in the rap game as well. Like, there's people I like and there's people I don't like. And there's people I think that are just, they do what they do properly. Gucci does what he does properly. He sets out to make money. He makes money. He makes notoriety. Gucci can have the worst verse you've ever heard on a track. and 5 dope boys in your neighborhood are gonna play it extra loud in the biggest speakers they could find, rattling the stop sign on the corner.
Yeah.
Like it slapped.
Yeah.
Gucci ain't had to say, he could have said lemma, that's it.
That ain't hard though.
And they gonna tell you it's the greatest verse they've ever heard. And you ask them, so what else you listen to? And they say, if it ain't about dope, I don't listen to it. And it don't even matter. Gucci ain't even talking about dope sometimes. Sometimes he just talking about actual bricks. Like masonry. And people will hit it and go, he's talking about what I'm doing out here making this bread. And I go, that's cool. You could think that, but Gucci really just talking about whatever he feel like right now. He stopped doing that back when Brick Squad was a thing. Like he moved on.
But look,
there's no way he's rapping anything right now.
Now that's true.
He's probably eating shrimp and steak.
But the person you claim to be a culture vulture, right? Drake. Let's talk about Drake. Let's go ahead and talk about it.
I didn't say it. I promised I wouldn't say it, everybody.
I mean, we're going to talk about Drake later because I want to have a conversation about the big three. But we're going to talk about Drake right now in the sense that the Drake rub, no pause, is... Hey.
I'm sorry, I'm childish.
That was a good pause. I don't care what nobody said. The Drake rub has been like phenomenal for the artist that he has blessed with a feature or a look. Now, if you signed to him now, it might be a different conversation.
Now,
is anybody signed to Drake?
Yes, there's OVO, all of OVO. Now, I have some personal grievances with people signing under Drake and how they get treated. The sweatshop is real. Now, as far as him giving the Midas touch and blessing, I will say that part of the problem is when Gucci does it, he's trying to see someone else get successful so that can help his brand later.
Right.
When Drake does it, it's literally, if he could steal it without giving you any acknowledgement, he would. Now, if he's giving you the blessing, it's coming in with like, you were too smart to let me steal from you. So let's work together. And then later I'm going to act like you don't exist.
But is it that, or is it him passing the ball like Michael Jordan used to do and be like, hey, I'm going to put the ball in your hands. You better know what to do with it after you get it.
If it would be if Michael Jordan let Scottie Pippen score and then told the record keepers to put it down as his personal points.
If Mike could do that, he would have. Am I wrong?
Kobe would have. Mike wouldn't have done. He would try to get the most assists. I don't know if you remember. Mike tried to get the most assists. Now Kobe, on the other hand, just enjoyed scoring. And I'm not going to fault him for that. He was good at what he did. He enjoyed scoring. If anyone else scored, it took away from his points. And I get it.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
R.I.P. I did enjoy Kobe. I thought he was a fantastic ball player. But I don't think Drake has the best intent. Let's just look at some facts, okay? So, you call them facts, we won't call them facts. I'm gonna call them facts. You can say they not.
Call them facts.
Right. The opinions of Herb or Herbs alone.
back
the Herbiverse, man.
Let's get back into Soulja Boy. When Soulja Boy told you, he said, "Hey, listen, Versace, right? You welcome. I did that. Like Zaytoven made that beat for me, right? I said, hey, this is a great beat. Zaytoven and sold it to Migos, saying Drake hopped up on the joint, and then they were like, "Oh, Drake touched it." Did he, or did Soulja Boy make that beat popular first, and then people took the beat? Because the song itself is not but so grand. The flow is whatever. People would like to say, "Oh, Migos got the triple fold, blah blah blah." In actuality, that's an old school hip hop thing. Like that goes back to old school hip hop trios. Like, we've had hip-hop trios since the beginning of hip-hop. I don't know if younger viewers, younger audience would know, like, Run DMC, Beastie Boys. Like, that. There's a reason you have a crew of three. Yo. People don't want to get a Fat Boys a credit, but if Jay-Z say that's what inspired them, that's what it is. I mean, hey. They got movies, okay?
Come on, man.
Disorderlies was important. It's for the culture. Now, Drake, also, I love McConan fan. I don't know if anybody represents, that in Atlanta. I'm sure they enjoy it, but I love McConan.
I like him too. He's all right.
Like, he does some weird stuff with music. He does some weird stuff with his mixtapes. It's almost like he's telling a story over and over again. Like, you can literally make a calendar based off of his songs. And I'm not just saying it for Tuesday, but he's literally doing cooking classes on Thursdays. He tells you in the songs. And we talking about cooking. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always food, but I had to make sure, you know what I'm saying?
What do you about to do? How you want to break this down?
Yeah, you ain't trying to snitch on nobody.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm definitely not saying anything.
Yeah, so Drake hop on Tuesday, right? How did he hop on Tuesday? Have you heard the original and then heard the remix? It's the exact same song. As a matter of fact,
he got his flow and everything.
He didn't even change any words.
Nathan.
It's the exact same lyrics. It's literally just him getting his voice modulated to sound exactly like McConaughey's voice on the remix. So it's literally he took an unknown artist song, inserted his name onto it, got the credit for the song, signed McConaughey so that he could get the credit for that song, right? And then never utilized McConaughey ever again. As a matter of fact, McConaughey released more independent albums while he was under OVO than he released with OVO. The only one that came out, the only mixtape he had to come out with OVO was, you can only get it on Apple Music. I do not have Apple Music. It was called The Don Like Cheetle. It's the only one I've never heard of McConaughey's because I don't have access to Apple Music. And then when he left OVO, they took it down, which means I am now not privy to the information. He's not allowed to put it on his own website, his SoundCloud, any sort of thing. I've only ever heard one track from it, which was the titular track of The Don Like Cheetle, and I enjoy Don Cheetle.
Now, like I said, I gave the caveat of being signed to OVO as a different situation.
That's terrible.
But if you are a feature, Drake gave you a feature, Travis Scott, for example, out of here now. And now Travis was already a big artist. Don't get me wrong.
Industry plant.
Are we still talking about him being really? How?
Bushes.
At this point, how?
Hydrangea.
How?
What did he do before that? Came to Los Angeles? Why would he come to Los Angeles randomly to go just have a start?
A lot of artists come to Los Angeles to get their start.
Listen, Mooch, let's talk about you and your start real quick.
Yeah, break it down.
Here we go.
Because I'm not saying you're not Travis Scott, right? But
I'm
are
listening.
you married to a Kardashian? Do you have a baby with one or anything?
No.
This all happened like 3 or 4 albums in.
Nah, not at all.
Okay, so let's talk about what's Antidote. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so instantly popular, right?
That was what, like high school?
His instant popularity from that one. Before that, did pop culture know who he was? Were you familiar with him?
No, but I also don't know who most rappers are either until they have like that one hit song.
So
Jack Harlow, what's up?
now I'm a frequent
What's poppin'?
I'm a frequenter of TikTok, social media.
Sports in the top 10.
Nah, that just hard though. You heard the remix?
Yo,
Jack, you did that.
No, Wayne
did
and the
that.
Baby killed that shit. We ain't saying Tory Lanez name no more. Apparently, I said it.
I
But
enjoyed the baby though. I think the baby is good, like set up to be one of the greats.
also, well, never mind. I'm not gonna put his business out there.
So I feel like
I'm gonna keep watching.
what happened with Travis Scott's story is he came to LA and then he got famous, right? But he went to LA with the intentions of getting famous. So it's literally like they gave him a blank background story, right? So other artists, the same thing happened when Vine was out, like, right? Nobody knew who T Wayne was until he made a remix, the 7th remix of a song that nobody cared about the original. And then that 7 seconds became so popular, the man went platinum on that track.
Still
right?
never heard a single song.
You heard the
the T Wayne
first
thing.
Let Me Out.
Ride the mine,
Porsche. I can't even say the rest legally, I don't think.
That's when everybody started whipping that and
No,
whipping that.
and he's still riding on that. He's on TikTok now with over 100,000 subscribers because of that one joint.
I bet
and
he
people
is,
can't
but
let go.
I've never.
Are they still playing that?
The same. He hasn't had like a second hit or anything. He's never going to because like
Nah, yeah. Look, it's a microwaved industry right now.
it is, and that whole track like beyond that 7 seconds, not good. TikTok is a minute
right.
long,
It's
right?
just the 7 seconds.
So you got up to a minute on TikTok videos. His joint, the video I seen recently, talking about that's me. I'm T-Way and I made this joint. It's not even a full minute of the song because
The song's so trash.
the rest of it don't even matter. So it's like 30 seconds, and he literally like talks over part of it.
It's because the dance don't last that long.
Yes, that's one
I'm
quick whip.
Right. I'm done with the dance. I was just waiting on the beat to drop. We can change the song. Now, that's what I don't want them to do with my music. Is to like hear like the first 12, 15,
and then be
24 seconds,
Right.
and then it's like, skip. What's the next one?
Right.
And I'm like, oh, you're not listening. You're sampling.
Right.
And just because it's on the tip of your tongue, you're gonna forget it. That's how you forgot your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? That's how you forgot what you were gonna say because it was on the tip of your tongue. It already fell out your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It already fell out your ear. You're not listening to the whole thing. So for those of you who don't listen to music all the way through, cut it out.
I enjoy Savage every time, but every time Megan Thee Stallion performs Savage on like a show, like I watched Legendary recently, like she performs, and when she performs it live, it's almost like they kind of cut away at parts. It's like they give you the TikTok portion that made the song so popular, but it's like, hey, you know what's crazy? I enjoy those verses that aren't the chorus. Like I do. I enjoy it. I thought she did a good job on that whole album.
It's a full song.
That's what they're selling. They're selling the chorus. It's just the chorus. That's why the Baby came out with minute-long songs.
Genius.
Like streaming too.
You know what I'm saying?
Genius.
And
Genius.
because there were more of like clips. And if you got enough clips, you kind of see the vision he's going for. You know what I'm saying?
We would never be here without Soulja Boy. By the way, that when I said we wouldn't have it without him, the easily consumed microwave.
This is his
media
world right
version
now.
of audio is due and thanks to Soulja Boy. Shout out Big Soulja.
Yes. And
Big
maybe
Draco.
so.
I love you.
But like I don't want to give him credit.
Why?
Because Little
Bruh.
B deserves credit too.
Little B came
Lil
after.
B?
Hold on. Let me tell y'all something.
Bruh,
Basic God deserves
Hold
credit,
on.
bro.
I gotta bring it up now because Brandon said he didn't want to talk about it. But I gotta talk about it. So when I told y'all before, we like white people help with the popularity of hip hop, right? Because you can't go mainstream until the white man says you were mainstream,
Right.
and the white man's not gonna listen to you until you got somebody white that they can hear it from. For instance, and it's taking it back to Drake too, right? So the reason I said Lil Wayne, the reason why I know the argument for Lil Wayne being like
The GOAT.
okay, yes,
Yeah.
right, is specifically because
don't
he's
wanna
the
say it.
first. He's the. It's hard to say.
You don't want to say
'Cause
that.
Who's your personal GOAT then? Who's your personal GOAT?
I love Jay-Z, but
I do too.
It's the age. It's the age. I'm telling you, it's the age.
No, it's not that. He got some duds, man.
Nah, yeah.
Wayne do too, but Jay-Z swings and misses.
But
way
listen,
worse.
the reason I'm okay with saying
different frequencies.
the reason I'm okay with saying Lil Wayne is the GOAT. That's finally. That's the first time I've ever said it in my life. I want y'all to know. Just for the podcast, exclusive.
Oh, wait, say that again. One more time.
Exclusive content. Lil Wayne is the GOAT.
Okay.
Edberto Basquecel Segundo said that
Whole name.
I'm gonna need it.
for the podcast. Lil Wayne is the GOAT. It's the
the
first time I've ever said it in my entire life. It's 2020, August 8th, right now.
Hey, Aaron, I need that on the shirt.
Right, and
The whole name first too.
and had to get the fan off. We had to get it clear.
That's what I'm saying. Like we hearing it now. We there. That's the part of my life I'm in now. I'm officially old now. I done gave in and said what I had to say. I finally understand it's not cool to just dislike something.
Yeah, you see, I had to break through that. I had to break out of that.
So the reason
I'm not
why
there yet.
is Lil Wayne is the first artist that I've ever heard to bridge the gap. So that it's like be a crew of white boys who don't really listen to hip hop. They say they listen to hip hop, but they don't really listen to hip hop. What they mean is, hey, I listen to Carter 4.
Right.
Yeah,
Probably
Hey,
Carter 3 before that.
I heard some Joseph Cop.
I heard Rebirth.
A milli. They heard that joint.
Hey,
that's
I picked the
it.
world up.
Yo,
Drop it.
I don't care what nobody say. Rebirth went in.
Oh, yeah, that's
did.
Rock
did.
Wayne.
I don't care.
And see, and that's the thing too. So right, he understood that was his artist. So he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna wear leopard print pants." And
Facts.
make
He was
a rock
skateboarding,
album,
playing a guitar, like
Like
on Lollipop. That's when he started letting us know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Now he put out a guitar. He was
That
like,
Molly
all right,
was-
so he's
and then-
he's
That combination of drugs was wild.
and it was
Lean,
like,
too.
they were like, "Yo, we okay." White people was like, "Yo, we ready. We gonna fully embrace this now," because it took them a while, right? So it started off with, I'm gonna give y'all a whole quick why the white man like made hip hop the way it is, because without him, they would have never cared to listen to us. Hip hop existed for a long time before Sugar Hill Gang made the first hip hop album, right? I'm sorry, first rap single ever, right? Right. So it existed, and then they were like, "Yo, let's record one in a booth." Nobody even thought of ever recording a whole record before. They're like, "That doesn't make any sense. Why would we record a record?" got a bunch of guys who some rap, some didn't actually rap. They stole verses from other people, whatever. They brought it all together and said, this is what it is. We don't even have laws and, things in place for music. We don't even know how the policy goes. Is it me reading your stuff, or like, how's it work? They didn't know where a hook or a bridge, like how to put it all together, but it happened. Okay. So still, it's only popular in certain circles. In actuality, it's popular in the gay community first because it's disco. White people also enjoy disco, but the gay community is so overpopulated in disco, white people aren't just going to go out and tell everybody, hey, I was hanging out with the Negroes at the disco, and all the gay guys in drag will listen to a thing called rap. They're not going to tell them that. They're not going to go to their boss and tell them that on Wall Street. So, still doesn't make it mainstream.
Not at all.
Rick Rubin, white man, right? Working on Run DMC, working on Russell Simmons, Def Jam. He's on the forefront of like when hip hop's going to become the newest, most popular thing, right? And Rick Rubin's sitting there listening, and he's like, I love this stuff, right? It's like one of the first white guys to be like, hip hop is my blood. But then he remembers like, well, I like skateboarding, I like hanging out with my Jewish friends, and he's listening to punk rock. So I'm saying one of the things I enjoy, punk rock counterculture. Beastie Boys come out. It's still not enough, because no matter how many white people listen to them, they're always the white guys that like black people.
Yeah.
The Jews. Yeah. Now, I love Jews. There's nothing wrong with Jewish people. I want to say that in front of the world.
Please don't get us canceled first.
Oh no. I love Jewish people. I honestly do. And I will say that they had a struggle very similar to the black man in America, and I think that is why we can get along as well as we can get along. So at the end of the day, I'm talking about slavery and oppression, and they're like, yo, Holocaust, crazy. Yeah. Middle East, crazy. And I go, you're right. You've seen some oppression. The only difference is their skin's a little lighter. They're able to hide. There's a whole thing. I love comic books. People don't know, but there's a whole thing about why Superman could not be Jewish when he first came out. He was supposed to be, but Jews were lying about being Jews so they didn't get persecuted. Yeah. For their media content. So they had to go through that same struggle we had to go through, and that's the thing. So Beastie Boys came out, but it was still 3 Jewish guys, and so the rest of white America was like, I don't know, they just Jewish. KKK don't like them either. So still not quite in the mainstream. We're still not there. Run DMC, Walk This Way, right? Aerosmith, come on now. They were the biggest white rock band at the time. There's no way that wasn't going to bring it to the mainstream. And then the radio definitely would only play Walk This Way without Run DMC's part in the song. That was a real thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you guys have noticed it. That still happens to this day. So, Wiz Khalifa.
I was about to say.
Wiz Khalifa, what's his name? Charlie Pride. What's his name? Charlie something?
Proof.
Charlie Proof.
Yeah.
Charlie Proof. So, Fast Furious come out and get this song top of the charts. It's number 1. Right, should be on top 40 radio. Yeah. And then they play the song without Wiz Khalifa's parts on it.
Oh man!
You go to YouTube comment section and what they say? Yo, can I get this song without Wiz Khalifa? Can I get it without the hip hop? Can I get it without the rap? Please, sir. Can you please take the seasoning out of this chicken? Can you take this back to the kitchen and have the chef just take that Lowry seasoning salt right out of that? Can you tell them to take the adobo, low sodium? That's the blue top. That's too much for them. The blue top is too much for them. Now, for those who don't know adobo, right, the red top is standard. The pink top is when you're trying to get a little peppery, and the blue top, the blue top is when you got a hypertension problem, when you're trying to take it easy on them, right? Oh, the red crazy. You know about the bread? Oh, the red. That's all I know. Oh, it's all you know. Oh yeah, no, now I got a house full of it, right? But back when I used to mess with Goya, I ain't allowed to mess with Goya right now. We ain't gonna talk about that in a minute, but I used to mess with them. They used to give free stuff out to the community out here in Petersburg, and I really appreciated them before. And then they told me that they actually did not care about the community after the fact. And I was just like, why you keep giving us free stuff? So
hey, free stuff ain't always good. It's the reason why it's free.
It ain't always free. Yeah, exactly. We was paying for it in another way. I didn't realize it at the time.
Yes, pay for it with your health. Health is the actual wealth.
Now, So bringing it back to Drake one more time. So Drake lives in that area where the white man accepts him so much that he exists in that popular vein where he's not. It doesn't matter if all black people stop listening to Drake right now. It wouldn't matter. He would still be considered the greatest because the white man said so. They control the charts. They control how we accept the policy. So other day at my normal job, my vanilla, I had somebody come up to me and he said, "This is the greatest song I've ever heard. I love it. I'm obsessed with it."
Was it Grease?
Chicago Freestyle.
Oh.
Drake, Chicago Freestyle. So for those who are not familiar, he samples another artist in that. We can say that, but he basically adopts somebody else's flow for a part of the song. Alex, do you remember? Because you were the one who revealed to this associate that exactly whose flow it was.
It was Eminem's from Superman.
So one more time, it's what artist?
Eminem, Slim Shady, Marshall
right.
Mathers.
Come on, man.
Marshall Mathers,
Shady 4-5.
So let's loop that back around. I don't know if you guys remember the 90s like I remember the 90s. I'm a little bit older, so I remember in the 90s.
I was just a baby.
Now it's specifically talking about industry plans too, because it's all started talking about Travis Scott. So.
You never got around to.
Oh, yeah, well, I ain't done. I'm still there. I'm still going there. It's. And listen, I'm going a long way, but I'm hitting it.
You hit like 3-4 senior rounds.
All right. So when Eminem got popular, right? It wasn't on BET. I didn't hear him in my local rap section at the Tower Records in Richmond. I didn't hear him getting pumped out my friends' stereos. I didn't hear him. And see, Petersburg growing up was like 96% black, and the rest is like a small portion of Hispanic and Asian, and like 2% white out in the trailer parks, like on 460, right? So like it's like literally a small portion, right? So hip hop was like what you listen to. Nobody really listened to anything but hip hop or gospel. That's it. There's two things you can listen to. The only two things you were allowed to listen to growing up. So nobody listened to Eminem. Now, I would venture out and listen to other things, and I would watch MTV every once in a while because I go, maybe their hip hop's different. I heard Eminem for the first time, the real Slim Shady, right? And so then I realized, I said, why is he not on BET ever? Why is he not on any black radio stations? Why come I can't hear his rap songs on my local rap channel? It's a rap song, right? White people said it belonged to them. Apparently, they thought I didn't say it was about race, but they clearly made it about race.
I don't think he was ever marketed as a rapper. He was marketed as a pop star.
That's the problem.
Right.
He don't sing. Yeah. He's just a rapper. That's all he is.
That's the point he was trying to make.
So the issue is,
why would I say that?
First we tried, Rick Rubin tried the Beastie Boys, then he tried, hey, let's get a rock artist with a hip hop artist. That didn't work. White people literally just like, this is what we doing. We just gonna have a small niche group. Hip hop's never gonna be that popular. Third Base, love Third Base. They really was doing something special. They never got the notoriety they needed. And you started getting other races like Latinos had the same problem. Cypress Hill, they was rappers. They was rapping.
Yeah, B Will is dope.
They would not market them as rap because they were Latino. You know, when the Latinos first got notoriety for being Latino and rapping at the same time was Big Pun. R.I.P.
Yeah.
My namesake. Latinos going platinum, baby. It's the first time a Latino went platinum in hip hop was Big Pun. Now, had Latinos been doing hip hop way before that? Yes. When I was a child, I was Puerto Rican, and I knew that because everyone yelled Puerto Rico to me all the time.
But they get locked into reggaeton though now.
That's a problem.
Hey,
that is a problem. So,
culture's getting mixed, man.
Yeah, they say Eminem pop star, right? Not allowed to be hip hop. When he finally gets just pushed in, shoved in, it's because black people were like, "Yo, it's hip hop. You got to call it hip hop," because they want hip hop to be on the forefront so bad. And Eminem never actually was the one that took it there, because it didn't get there until recently. But he helped bridge that gap, right? Then they start lumping them in and say, oh, well, it's not all white guys. It's just like the white guys who like to get angry, right? Mm-hmm. And how you know he wasn't an industry plant and they were trying to do that, and then they pushed him forward because he started marketing himself differently. Yeah. But before his first mixtape, when he was really just rapping to be rapping, and they were like, ew, no. Then he tried a second time, and then, he took from his Detroit battle rap scene, and they're like, hey, it's pretty good. And they're like, it's a white guy? Oh, no, thank you. I don't want that. And then they were like, hey, it's a white guy doing white guy stuff. And they go, what's that? And they go, I don't know. Go look. And they go, what's white guy stuff, Eminem? And he was just like, whatever you wanted to be, MTV. I'll be as different as I need to be as long as you play the song. And you can tell because first album, second album, third album, it's like he started to get more and more weird, and then he started releasing stuff that wasn't weird anymore. He just wanted to rap, and like nobody was listening to him. Like, I don't like this. And it wasn't until recently that Eminem could just rap on an album without trying to be super weird, and people go, that's really good.
But even then, he's still not the same Eminem, apparently.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't like the fact that he explains his bars.
He does.
Like, I don't like that.
He be writing a whole paragraph on his bars.
Yeah, like, I don't need you to, like, say the bar and then explain what it meant. Like...
That's the type of level some people
like,
are
you
on.
said like something like cop block, like a fucking square chicken or some like Mel's chicken or some shit like that. And I was like, what? You could have just said cop block and that would have been cool, Em. I didn't need the whole explanation of what you meant.
It's the word, it's the term, then a visual.
Yeah, I know.
See what's going on.
My man is also held a machete steady for like the past 20 years. And every freestyle, he has held a machete ready and steady for 20 years now. And I'm never gonna let him live it down. We talk about the game and his ability to give you the same freestyle 17 times and pretend like it's right off the top of the dome. Eminem has held that machete ready and steady for 20 years.
I mean, it's no different than the lyrical, miracle, spiritual rapper. You know what I mean?
I feel like at this point in time, if anyone were to hit you with that,
it's a joke, I would hope.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be a joke at this point. I mean, the last person that said it seriously, and I was like, ooh, was like Trap Called Quest. That's it. Like Q-Tip is the only person I respect it from at this point in time, and that's only because he's been doing it forever.
Right. All right.
No. Back to Travis Scott.
Okay,
right?
Yeah, please. Like I want to.
Okay, so
something else.
So Travis Scott represents a time to me where hip hop is about to hit into the pop culture, right? It's about to hit into the mainstay. Now, Eminem has failures before he had successes. Mm-hmm. You can trace that back. That's why I say he's not an industry plant. Travis Scott has no failure before he has success. He just literally dropped his first project and was just a signed millionaire the next day.
That's not entirely true. So there's a whole documentary with him performing in front of like 5 people. That doesn't sound like industry plant to me.
Hey, that's how industry plants work.
Is it now?
You'll be surprised. One of the 5, it's probably like 3 out of the 5 that all
now,
industry
full
people.
Disclosure, the word is that his mom worked for Apple. So, okay.
And the story went that he never told his parents that he was, doing all of this music
right,
stuff.
Exactly.
They just accidentally, you know what I'm saying, heard him, was like, hey, is this you?
Like, look at Future, right? Like, he was set up with all the success in the world to have family to put him in the forefront of hip-hop in Atlanta. And so he would perform for these small audiences because they were marketing him like, hey, this is going to be the next big thing because we're going to make him the next big thing. And the audience is small because they didn't necessarily want to come. Your audience size doesn't dictate how successful you're going to be. You could literally make the top of the charts. You can make top 40 and have nobody rock with you or go to your shows. I'll say that because has anybody in this room listened to any Azalea Banks?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
I've listened to Azalea Banks.
I'm aware of she is now.
Of course you are, because
I'm not.
She's been marketed to make you know who she is.
You're not missing much, bro.
That's probably why.
Bro, no offense to Azalea if you ever watch this.
Don't put a hex on this, please.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe Budden and them.
Oh man.
So I will say the Slazy EP was like probably my favorite. But so Azalea Banks, what's her big hit that got her notoriety?
What? Her tweets.
Exactly. She doesn't have a big hit single. I heard her mixtapes literally from a joint called the Mix Hub.
I
I don't like that.
I don't like the name of that.
It just releases. It's just an app that releases mixtapes.
It's releasing too much. Mix Hub.
It is, bro, because it literally just pulls like random joints off of SoundCloud and just like that have been made free and make them free to you. Like,
I don't know if
I don't know if y'all know OJ the Juice Man still producing mixtapes.
Is OJ still? Hey,
He's still alive.
Quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick. Hey,
Yeah, he is.
He's still, man. I need that.
I'm sorry, I got too blipped in. But the whole thing with Azalea Banks is she got notoriety from somewhere else, right? I don't know anybody who would say they're a fan of Azalea Banks. My old lady only listens to like female artists, like she do Janelle Monáe, Princess Nokia. That's what she's vibing with. She don't listen to Azalea Banks. Nobody I know listens to Azalea Banks, but Azalea Banks is still popular enough to have some sort of following, some sort of Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud. She still gets money. She got signed. She had a deal. She still performs. She still goes to shows. But like, who is going?
But that doesn't really like compare to Travis. I know what you mean, but
when Travis first started, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Somebody's forcing her, Azalea, to be in the front, and people still don't want to show up.
Travis
right?
didn't get pop until Rodeo. Like he had mixtapes way before, like Rodeo and Dota's on Rodeo. That's when people started taking notice of him on the radio and mainstream play. He had some features and stuff.
He went from nothing to a whole lot in like a quick jump.
No, it was a couple years, man. It wasn't just here and there. Like Lil Yachty, now all of a sudden just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's true.
He started off on,
and I like Yachty, though, by the way,
on the little social media apps.
That's what I'm saying. But his music, just dropped the tape. Little Nas X.
Little Nas X, I think, might have been an industry plant.
And I don't even have a problem with his music either. Like,
no, I don't either. I think he might have been an industry plant because I looked on his YouTube channel and he had like 2 videos before that. And,
like he was on Twitch and stuff, I believe.
They weren't.
But it was like
even
video game stuff. I mean,
TikTok made that, man.
Sure.
TikTok made a lot of people.
Yeah.
Now we're getting close to our time,
I don't want to get TikTok famous.
I gotta ask 2 more questions before we wrap things up, and I'll do my sign off. Right. The first one is, right, if you had a least favorite artist, who would it be? Because that's the question. They always ask about your most favorite inspiration. Who's your least favorite? I need to know who's the one that's like, if they never had music come out, you'd be like, thank God.
Don't start an internet beef out the rip.
I don't care if it's beef or not. If it's beef, they're going to have to eat it. I'm going vegan.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, I don't need problems on these streets.
You ain't going to get them. You ain't say nothing.
That's fair. Association is a motherfucker, though.
No, Kyle. Who is my least favorite artist? I don't know. If I have a least favorite artist, I'm probably not listening to him. Nah, I do got some people on my phone that I do not listen to. Like, I don't listen to this. All right, so he's not my least favorite. He's not my least favorite, but this is this is gonna be a game changer. I don't really care for Lil Baby.
Oh, that's a good point.
Can I ask why?
I don't like his voice.
I've heard that criticism before, but he is not a bad rapper, though.
I can't. It's not a problem. It's just when I hear music and I like the music that I'm listening to, I want to sing along. I don't know what he's saying, so I can't sing along. It took me a long time to get on, it took me a long time to get on Thug music. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really just. I'm rocking with Thug. It took me a long time to get on Uzi music. Like, and now I'm just, like, everybody that came out, like, at least 5 to 7 years ago, I'm just now listening to.
That's fair.
I get that.
Can I ask one before you ask your last one?
Oh, go ahead.
Because we supposed to, this is a whole topic that we probably could have spent 20 minutes on, but I'm going to just put it out in the room. Y'all pick one. Drake, Kendrick, Cole. No, because Drake is, a hot button topic on the show, apparently.
Is it Drake or Quentin Miller we're talking about?
No, Drake.
Okay.
6 God.
So which ones did Drake write, and which ones did Quentin write, so I can differentiate?
I'm not even talking about projects. I'm literally just talking about artists as a whole.
Because ain't even an artist.
That's fucked up.
If anything, he's abstract. I say that. And abstract, I mean, like, oh, I saw this. I think I'm gonna use a piece of that circle. I kind of like that where the star is shaped. I'm gonna use a piece of that star. And I like let's make it a little bit brighter. You know what I'm saying? Or put the star on the background of it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I like his vision, but his vision was everybody else's vision.
Well, that's cool. Okay, so apparently you're not gonna pick him. Which one would you pick?
I'm sorry. Kendrick, just for the poet. Yeah, okay. Kendrick. I'll put Kendrick over Cole.
All right. So, as far as business acumen, if we're talking about business acumen,
he ain't talking about business. He said artist.
I'm talking about music, man.
Artist.
You can go get your answer, but I'm just saying.
All right. If his business acumen is Drake,
yeah. That's
second Kendrick, third Cole.
Oh, I didn't know we was making an order.
Well,
I mean, you could have.
I just want to make sure the world know where
Cole
I stand
just put out some shoes though. His business
before I end up missing because of what I said about Drake earlier.
Cole put out some shoes, so his acumen is coming up. I just want to.
It is. It's just. Kendrick got a Pulitzer. I mean, TDE, bro. Like it's a major thing. And as far as music actually goes, Kendrick, just because Mad City, bro. Like I'm still on that. Like I haven't changed my mind.
I forgot all about the oldest.
I mean, yeah, but no, like
Kendrick really.
You can listen to Damn forwards and backwards.
Yeah, you can. And
it tells a complete story both times.
And it's like whether or not you even appreciate his music for what it was, because, like I said, pop culture tried to ruin Damn for me by only letting me hear the radio song. Like people would only talk about him. Like, there's got to be other songs on the album. It can't just be like 3 tracks.
Oh, stop listening to the radio.
Yeah. Oh, I don't. It's literally people force it upon me. Like they're just like, hey, have you heard Humble? And I go, hey, person who only listens to one other hip hop artist in the world, stop telling me about Humble, bro. I heard it. It's okay. And then you hear the rest of the album.
Viral, though,
That's because Rihanna was right there.
So I listened to her, and I was just like, the things he can do just in the booth are unrealistic. Like I think Kendrick is definitely on a higher level of intelligence when it comes to his music. It's almost like he understands fully what he's getting himself into. Even though he's not the producer, he knows exactly what he has to do to manipulate his voice to make his producer sound out of this world.
Right.
And so he improves his entire team just by existing. Let's not forget that my man has, Grammy, Oscar, Pulitzer, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure that won't be too long. He gets an Emmy, and Tony's gonna be an EGOT, you know what I'm saying? Like MacArthur Genius Award. He's gonna win some more accolades.
And he was a crackhead in Power.
I was about to say, yeah. No, he was 100%.
What?
And then I
gave him 2 episodes.
I don't enjoy Drake. But I gotta put Drake number 2.
I listen to Drake. I ain't gonna lie. I listen to Drake. I have
headlines.
No, I actually got one.
Take care. Shout out to The Weeknd.
Right. Take care. Nothing was the same. And it took. Wait. I definitely say this. I had to go through things, to understand what Drake was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So like now when I listen to Drake, I have a different, like on the old music, like 13 and 14, like 15, my high school years of Drake, like that's because all of this music happened while I'm in school, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, whatever. But school music, high school is turned, you know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever. We got the school music, then we got outside music, and we're we're driving, so we're not listening to Drake, you know what I'm saying?
Well, look, like, the reason I can't never...
Drake held it down for light-skinned niggas.
Exactly.
No, I ain't light-skinned, nigga.
I mean...
You know what I'm saying? So
he ain't doing enough for me.
I'm brown, but that's not the point. Here's my point with Drake. He's a direct lineage to Kanye, which Kanye hates 100%. That's the reason Kanye is tripping now, is because Drake exists. But as somebody who ain't like a 50 Cent or a T.I. or a Gucci, Drake is my type of nigga. You know what I mean? Pause.
I get that. Wouldn't be no Drake without Lil Wayne and Big Soulja.
Prove my point. Back on rapping.
No, I'm just saying that's one of the arguments that get made to me for Lil Wayne being a GOAT, and I agree with it.
Go ahead, wrap the show up, Herb. All
right, so thank you all for coming to our pilot episode. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Please feel free to continue to look for us. We haven't exactly gotten a full platform out just yet, but we're going to release one for you. More to come. Be located at on Instagram at Imperious Rex. That's EMP. Oh my God, I forgot to spell my own Instagram.
You can pull your phone out.
Oh yeah, you tripping?
Hey, while Herb is getting to his Instagram straight, I'm gonna go ahead.
I've never had to say it out loud to anybody.
That is wild.
That's crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and get on this
I
one.
drink a lot.
It was the Orange Jubilee. It was the Orange Jubilee.
Go ahead,
I had to get bootleggers too.
You want me to go do mine, or you want to do yours?
No, you do yours. I'm gonna come right back.
My Instagram is AlexYGM92. ALEX YGM, the number 9, the number 2.
That sounds like a motorcycle.
Kind of do, right?
Yeah, right.
That sounds fair.
I'm sorry. It's EMPERIUS REX, Imperious Rex. I can be found as Imperious Rex on Instagram, on TikTok. Shoot, I can be found as Imperious Rex on YouTube right now as well. I ain't got no videos uploaded yet, but
Podcast coming soon.
Yeah, podcast coming soon. That's what we're doing. I'd also like to give a shout out to Dirty Trunk Podcast.
Dirty Trunk Podcast.
That's TheDirtyTrunk Podcast. Now, if I can get one of the members of Dirty Trunk Podcast to please come over and let everybody know where they can be located.
Special shout out to the producer, Aaron, who we are. Oh yeah, Aaron Max. Excuse me.
Peace a time. Boy, you must got that tattoo from Conless. I know you got that tattoo from Conless.
Yeah, I did. I got this change on my stuff. So, you can find the Dirty Trunk Podcast at the Dirty Trunk Podcast on Instagram and Facebook. You can also find us at www.ascensiondynasty.com and thedirtytrunkpodcast.com as well. All links for this podcast and ours will be in the description below.
Let's see, this is the father of our podcast right now. We ain't even got all that yet. My man got 4 websites.
Baby steps.
He got 3 assistants. You know what I'm saying? He got a whole
setup,
a studio and a half. He got more lights in head than I got kids on one claim. That's crazy.
Whoa.
That's crazy. Whoa, I don't know. I think I got 0, but I hope
your wife is going to watch this at some point.
Yeah, she think I got 0 too. I think I got 0.
I hope so.
If I got them, I don't know about them.
All right. Hey.
They older than we've been together.
When you get yourself
I say
in
that
trouble.
right now.
Oh, boy.
They from like when I was 16 or something.
Man, I'm sitting off.
That's gonna be all right. You gonna talk them up and you gonna find them.
Hey man, blessings. Now, to our special guest, Mooch Dawgg, if you would please give where people can locate you and your music, where they can discover more and enlighten themselves, please.
Okay. You can definitely find me everywhere. You can Google up Mooch Dawgg. I am Mooch Dawgg. No underscores, no nothing, all lowercase. That's on everything. Down from Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, YouTube, anything. I'm on everything. Go to the little magnifying glass, type in MOOCHDAW, 2 G's on it. Best believe we're coming at you with a lot more music. Everything that's on my Apple Music right now, please go get a listen to it. It's only I got like 4 songs up there, but I'm humble of all of them. Get a good listen because they're all coming down soon. Whenever I bring this all out, I got like my little tape, my little project that I'm working on. When I come in with that one, that's gonna knock everything else out the way. I'm gonna let you know what I'm really talking about and where my head is.
You got a date? Anything in mind on that one?
Oh my goodness! If I put a date on it, you gonna make me rush it. I'm listening to the universe.
Okay, all right.
Now,
fair enough.
Now, last things last, right? Is there any music that you would like to showcase for the world right here, right now, exclusive?
Any bars for the people?
Yeah, we can definitely do something. It's Head of the Family by Mooch Dawgg. So we're gonna do Head of the Family first. And that one is pretty lit. I'll say that's one got a decent little story on it. But anything just right now. But as far as right now, I can do something live though, and it's more of it starts off spoken word, then it just kind of leads into the rest of the song, leads into the rest of the story.
I need that.
But the spoken word could just kind of starts off just a little bit. I want to run it. Let me see.
I've been spitting synonyms with adrenaline, penicillin with shavings and lead from the pencil tips. I'm unfair, well aware, well equipped with welfare. I talk to God, I work a job and my hands legit. You witnessing what's been missing, destruction of competition through penmanship plus relentlessness, strength and that persistent mix. I'm the best one up in this bitch. I done told y'all that I'm going big like a dinosaur. Not pretty sure, bitch, I'm kinda sure. Like making a right at the light and getting stopped by the law. License and registration, that's the bite of the car. It's me in the passenger seat with the heat underneath and the chromosome we between all of my dogs. Aroma predicted the probable cause. Warrant was granted to go through it all. Calling for backup and bring out the dogs. Flashes the light at the seat, now he smiling at me cause he noticed me, noticed the heat. Now he looking at me and he asking me what was it for. I said it's protection for us to protect us from y'all. I said it's protection for us to protect us from y'all. But fuck it, so shout out my dad cause I'm back in the lab with a pen and a pad and I'm getting it in cause I had fell off in the fall, put a scar on my heart and I ended up losing a friend. I stood in the rain, praying for change, hoping that all of this pain would end. You got it, my people, I got it, your people, we equal, but you know we spinning again. They say black shit, what you about to do? When that pressure from the heavens start to fall on top of you, give me one chance, so I can make my move, cause I got some shit to say and I got some shit to prove.
Yeah, so we gonna.
Oh man, this is what I'm talking about.
That's
only here. Only here, man. HERBsurdity Podcast right here, right now. August 8th, 2020.
Yeah.
That's 2 exclusives in one day.
It's a very important date too. It's the Lions Gate is open if anybody's into the realms and into the spirits and everything. But today is the Lions Gate. Today is the day that it's open. So we all, you know what I'm saying, this right here is, we're all in the middle of a ship right now.
All right. Good willing and God bless. Make sure everybody check out the Dirty Trunk Podcast. Thank you, Represent. Unless you got anything more to add.
We coming back with a guest next week. Heard you want to introduce me real quick.
I gotta verify that she can get here. She goes by Sierra Michelle. That's all I'm gonna give away right now. But I know y'all ain't gonna want to miss it. Trust and believe that.
Fuck the episode, family.
We out.
Put a scar on my heart and I ended up losing a friend. I stood in the rain, praying for change, hoping that all of this pain would end. You got it, my people, I got it, your people, we equal, but you know we spinning again. Yes, it's black shit, what you about to do? When that pressure from the heavens start to fall on top of you, give me one chance, so I can make my move, cause I got some shit to say and I got some shit to prove. I got some shit to prove. True story. I was sending my love and my low. She went jelly for toast. I went ghost, now she doing the most. Last that I heard, she went and married a nerd and she want me proposing a toast. She want me to pull up, hook up a cook up, kinda like Shaq used to do in the post. Took off from the east to down in the west. She been finessing from coast to coast. Remember the days back when I practiced the fade and you laughed at how much I had made. I was trying to be great, hustle and stack up the cake just to make sure my family straight. But this is Section 8. We grilling that government cheese and we slamming that bitch on the plate. But you already ate lobster and shrimp with the steak, and that's when I realized that you fake. I was putting this dick on the bitch you I thought was legit, but she ended up proving me wrong. Couldn't believe it, kept all of them secrets and she let it ride for so long. Texting a nigga from Texas, it's one of her exes. I saw it pop up on the phone. She said, Daddy, I'm waiting for you. He said, I'm on the way home. He said, I'm on the way home. She said, Daddy, I'm waiting for you. I'm on the motherfucker, so shout out my dad, cause I'm back in the lab with a pen and a pad and I'm getting it in. Cause I fell off in the fall, put a scar on my heart and I ended up losing a friend. I stood in the rain, praying for change, hoping that all of this pain would end. You got it, my people, I got it, your people, we equal, but you know we spinning again. Let's say black shit, what you about to do? When that pressure from the heavens start to fall on top of you, give me one chance, so I can make my move, cause I got some shit to say, and I got some shit to prove.